What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Tonka. Y'all can follow me at all social media platforms at IMNOT Tonka. It's my first YouTube video, and I decided to do this story time. Particularly is going to be about the first time I've ever been arrested. So, story time. First time I ever got arrested. This is around the year 2018. I'll never forget it. It was Martin Luther King Parade Day, and we were getting ready to go on a Vegas trip. I'm not going to say no names. I had two cousins. We're going to call them John and Jose. They was like, we're going to Vegas. Our phone bill's about to be turned off. We need money to pay our phones. Let's go snatch a phone or something, hit a little lick. I'm like, you know what? Let's do it. I'm the fastest one out of all of us, so the plan was for me to snatch the phone, and we was gonna get away. We was gonna run. We was gonna chop that up at a phone shop, pay my guys' phone bills, and be on our way to Vegas. Little did I know that's not what was gonna happen at all. We ended up getting on the train, and we ended up spotting exactly what we wanted. The whole plan was, as soon as the train door was gonna close, I was gonna snatch it and run. The train door closed. Snatch that motherfucker and I run. As soon as I look at the platform, I see a police. I thought I had it all planned out. I see the police. The lady get off the train and she start running, screaming, talk about help, help. Like we just beat her up on the train, jumped her, all type of stuff. She start running after me. The police, they out the light. They see me, they turn on their lights and blurp us. We on what? I believe it's Crenshaw and Western at the train station. I run the opposite way from the police. The police, they end up making a left trying to chase me. But I seen the bus coming. I ran the opposite way. I ran the opposite way and tried to follow the bus. And some civilians. I'll never forget the civilians. Gonna trip me while I'm trying to run away from the police. But luckily my cousin Jose was there. He started pushing the civilians and helped me get up and start running. We start running. Mind you, whenever you at a train station, it's always that long run space before you get to hit a corner. I'm caught myself running. I see the police coming. I got on jeans and I got asthma, so I already know I'm not gonna last running that far. I throw the phone. I'm like, maybe they're gonna stop chasing me if I just throw the phone. Police ran right past that phone, chasing me. I'm running in between cars. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I ain't about to die over no phone. I ain't about to have no asthma attack, and these police ain't about to beat my ass. They start blocking the streets off over a phone. Like, she get on top of me. I'm like, I need my inhaler. She like, you can't get your inhaler until we get in the car. So I barely could breathe. She like, who is that running with you? I was like, I don't know who them people was, but shit, you got me. They end up taking me to the station, booking me in. When I get booked in, they take my earrings, cut my sweater string out, and my shoestring. So I guess they don't want you to do nothing while you inside the holding cell. But then I get booked finally. But I end up getting booked for robbery at 18 years old. They had me in the holding tank, and it was really cool. Like, I'm not saying I want anybody to go there and experience it, but I feel like that was an experience that I needed to grow. Like, cause now I don't even steal no more. You gonna catch me stealing a Snicker bar out of a store. Like, I walk right past that motherfucker. If I don't got no money, leaving it. But moral of the story is, I end up getting in a holding tank with one Mexican dude. Mexican dude, we gonna call him Fernando. Fernando was up in there for a whole bunch of shit. Like, he was carrying guns. He was robbing people, joyriding, all type of shit. I'm thinking I'm finna have to fight when I get up in here. Like, any story you hear about jail, you think first thing you're gonna have to do is fight to prove that can't nobody fuck with you. I get up in there, nigga sleep, he woke up and shook my hand. I'm like, oh, it's good. Like, we end up chopping it up. He tell me what he was doing up in there, went to sleep. I woke up, he was gone. They had said he went to court and he was out. So I ended up having the holding tank to myself for the rest of the little 4 days I was there. The next day, they didn't let me interact with nobody. Like, it was some little cells downstairs where it would be like 10 people in there, but they did not let me interact with nobody. I remember the feds came. They tried to make it seem like when I snatched the phone, I was a part of a whole little conspiracy. Like, I was trafficking the phones. It's somebody that was hiring me to go steal the phones. They were trying to pressure me into snitching. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, nah, it ain't even more than what y'all think. I just snatched the phone because I needed a little pocket change, and that was it. They was just like, you better hope the lady don't come to court or you going down. I ended up seeing one of my homies there. His name's Scooby, long live Scooby. One of the ones who did my first tattoos. I ain't noticed it was him at the time, but he was looking at me. When the feds came and got me, he was looking at me like I was a snitch or something. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna have some problems up in here. I end up going to court after those little 3 days of doing nothing. I ain't been eating none of that bullshit food. The only thing I was eating there was like some chips and like some oranges and shit, drinking juice. Like, prison food is disgusting as hell. I wouldn't wish that on a hobo. Like, I mean, it do get you up there, it do get them niggas buff, but like, taste? You can't be eating 4 or 5 star dinners and meals and shit and then go to prison eating a big ass brick of peanut butter and a little bitty ketchup packet of jelly. Like, what is that gonna do? Like, but anyways, we end up going to court. We had to take our pants off and shit, get searched down, walk in the straight line, get checked in. Then we was in a holding tank, and I met this other 18-year-old boy named Ricky. He was cool as hell. He was in there for joyriding. We in there, we the only 18-year-olds up in there. I'm thinking like, oh yeah, they ain't gonna put us with nobody. Like, we kids, like we just did a little robbery. Hell no, we was up in there with murderers, niggas who was shooting shit up, drive-bys, robbing niggas. We was up in there with all type of shit. Niggas thinking, as soon as I got up in there, I thought I was going to jail. I thought they was going to give me the 5 years. Swear, like, that experience is crazy. All the black people was on one side, and all the Mexicans was on one side, and we was barely talking to each other. Like, I remember one of the Mexicans had ended up taking a number 2. It was 20 niggas up in there. He took a number 2. So many people wanted to fight him up in there because it was stinking. We cannot leave the cell. Like, it was just smelling bad. Even his Mexican homies got on him like, fool, don't do that shit again. Everybody started getting called by the DA or the judge, whoever come get you. Your lawyer usually walk up first and tell you, this what you in here for, and you gonna see a lawyer. Everybody up in there was not getting out. Me and Ricky though, we got a DA reject, first defense, witness ain't come up, none of that. And ever since then, what, 2018, 19, 20, 5, 6 years later, I ain't planning on going back. I really don't, cause that's a crazy process. And the way the police work now, and I'm a grown man, I'm about to be 24 years old. Y'all ain't about to see me on the news with these niggas. Well, anyways, that's the end of the video. I hope y'all enjoyed this story time. Y'all can DM me or even comment on this YouTube, like, comment, and subscribe, and tell me what y'all want to see. It could be more story times, reactions, vlogs, and anything, and I'll try my best to get to it. This is my first video, so don't do too much on me. I'm learning. We're gonna get there though. No. No. I don't need to hold this close to my mouth or nothing, do I? It just needs to be on. You ready already? You started? Bet.